done. Ethan's a part of a large group of students from Appoquinimink High School that just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger over the last 2 years, and we're really proud of you, man. And being the first in your family to walk with Jesus is a big deal. It's a big deal. That's my wife's story. She was the first in her family to walk with Jesus, and then one by one, the dominoes started to fall. So we love that. All right, guys, what we got next?
All right, next up we have Reagan coming up to the stage.
Reagan!
She should be all right. Reagan's got a special place in my heart because she's not going to brag about this. We're both wrestlers. The only difference between us is that she's actually good at it. So good that she wins like national tournaments.
Oh, wow.
So she's not going to brag, but I will a little bit. So she's also state champion.
State champ. State champ. Reagan, tell us what God's done in your life.
Thank you, Chad, for the introduction. I'm so excited to share my testimony with all of you because I know how powerful testimonies are, because nobody can deny what God has done in your life. So ever since I was young, I believed in God. My family went to church, and I knew God existed, and I know He created everything, but I had no relationship with Him whatsoever. Like, I didn't talk to Him at all. I just went about my life not thinking about God, never talking to Him, nothing like that. And then I got to middle school, and I had these feelings overcoming me, these burdens of sin, just feeling like I wasn't good enough, and like I was messing everything up for everyone around me and hurting the people around me, and like I was just ruining everyone else's lives. And instead of going to God about it, I took it into my own hands, and I made this like checklist of what the perfect Christian looked like, and I tried to like follow that list every day. And every day I would mess up. I couldn't like perfectly align myself with this image in my mind that I made of what the perfect Christian looks like. And that burden that I was such a sinner and that I would never be good enough for God just like overcame me, and it kept stacking up, and I knew that I would never be good enough, and that really hurt me. And I started to hate myself so much because I could never match with my image of the perfect self or the perfect Christian. I hated myself so much that I decided I would take it into my own hands to punish myself, and I started self-harming. And I was trapped by sin. I was stuck in the confine that I would never be good enough, and that this is what it was, and I would never be good enough. I was reading the Bible with no connection. I wasn't studying the Bible. I was just reading it, not retaining anything, just to check off another Christian point on my checklist. But the more I read, God revealed to me verses about His mercy, about His love for me. All I knew before was the bad news, that I was a sinner and that separated me from God, and I was separate from Him because of my sin. And His word revealed to me the good news of who Jesus is. That God sent His one and only Son to live the perfect life that I know that I can't live. This life that I've made for myself, this checklist that I can never live. He sent Jesus down to earth to complete that checklist that I was failing at every single day. And when I realized that He took the burden of my sin away, He died on the cross and took my punishment that I deserved. I didn't even deserve to be close to God, but Jesus took the burden of my sin that was weighing me down, that I was hating myself for it. Jesus takes that away. And there's a verse, Jeremiah chapter 33, verse 3, "Call to me and I will answer you," God says to us. And that was the first time I felt like maybe God will listen to me. I always thought, like, God's not going to listen to me. Why would He listen to me? I'm a sinner. I'm terrible. And, like, it just touched me, what He did for us. And I knew that God would listen to me at that point. and I was going through something so hard, and I was about to cut myself again. Then I thought about that verse, and I called out to God, and for the first time, I asked Jesus into my heart with real meaning behind it. I'd always said the prayer at church with everyone else, but I never actually made Jesus the Lord of my life. I actually never had that connection. But this time, in my room, by myself, I asked Jesus into my heart for real, for the first time. And immediately, I lost that urge to hurt myself, to punish myself. I lost that. I was trapped, and as soon as I asked Jesus into my heart to heal me, I was free. I was free from that burden of sin because Jesus took it off of me. He took that burden away from me, and he saved my life. He saved my eternity. And I'm so grateful for what Jesus did for me. And the real miracle is ever since that day, I've grown with him. I study my Bible every day. I talk to God constantly throughout the day. I have a relationship with God. I love him so much, and I know he loves me more than I can even understand. Not only that, but he's filled me with a love for everyone around me. Everyone I meet, I just have so much love for them, something that I'd never experienced beforehand. I would just meet strangers, but now I love strangers. I don't know, I just love everyone around me. I know that I can't be perfect, and I'm not perfect, but I am forgiven. And on the way here, I ran over a curb, and I was like, Jesus, you take the wheel. I'm not driving anymore. It's Jesus driving this car. I was scared. But yeah, that is my story, and that is how Jesus took my burden away. I am free now. I live in the joy of Jesus, and God works in my heart every day and brings me closer to him and makes me more like him, something that I couldn't do by myself. I tried to do it by myself. That would never work. Only God can work in my heart, and I can never match up to that perfect Christian list because there's no such thing. All we can do is accept Jesus into our heart and live for him and be filled with his joy and let him take those burdens away from us. Thank you for listening. Jesus loves you.
Good job, Reagan. Come on, let's give her some honor. That was powerful.